So there I was, I began my search, and the first thing I did, okay, let me do that. What's up guys, Jeremy here, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching my videos, what's up, I'm Jeremy, and I make videos about real estate here in Hawaii. Well, I apologize for all the echo. The reason why I'm in this place that's completely empty is we're actually standing inside a nice, beautiful condo unit that my client actually bought. But this isn't just any other client or any regular sale. What's actually insane about this real estate transaction is that my client actually found me here through YouTube. What's even more insane is that my client has actually never met me in person before, and she's actually never been inside of this unit, and she bought it. In fact, this whole entire process of her buying this condo was just insane, and I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story about it. Before I tell you that story though, let me take you guys around this whole condo unit and show you how beautiful it is. Before we do that, I'm gonna have to ask you to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel for the YouTube algorithm, and while you're at it, go ahead and follow me on all my other social media platforms as well. All right, let's get started with the home tour. All right, here we are walking in. Immediately, you are greeted by this hallway. You turn to the right, and you have this beautiful kitchen with a bunch of stainless steel appliances. And then if you look right over here, right under this nice island counter is the wine fridge. And this is honestly my favorite part of the home. I love wine. I love getting wine drunk. I believe wine is good for the body and the soul, and everyone should drink more wine. Anyway, over here is dishwasher, a bunch of cabinets. See, these cabinets are really, really nice. I was told by the seller's agent that they are imported from the mainland. This is the microwave. One cool thing about this is if you press that, whoa, check that out. Super cool. Never seen a microwave do that before. But yeah, that is sharp appliances. Super sleek. That's awesome. But yeah, this kitchen is really nice, really open, and the cabinets are really nice. And if you look, this is just such a big, open concept. You have these lights right here. If you look over here, these cabinets, all custom made. You pull this out, and you put it back in. Same thing with all of those. A lot of attention to detail. I forgot what this is called, but I think it's a Lazy Susan. If it's not, you know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I forgot what it's called, but you have that thing. Super cool. You have all these drawers for whatever you want to put. Beautiful. So I'll step back and I'll show how the kitchen looks from over here. Now you have this ginormous living room space. Really nice. We'll go out there in a second. Here's the dining room area, which is also big. And I believe this is the washer and the dryer. There you go. I'm not sure why those lines are over there, but sorry about that. And then check out this stand-up shower. Really nice, all the tile. Here's the bottom and the sides. Here is the second bedroom. Very spacious. Got the ceiling fan going. We'll go out here. This is the view from the second bedroom. All of Honolulu over there. From another angle, the closet. These floors are super nice. I believe they're hardwood. We'll make our way to the master bedroom and the master bathroom. Here you go. Really nice closet space. We'll go to the master bathroom. What's up? Closet space over there. And then you got this really nice master bathroom. That's a bidet, fancy. And then the shower tub. Then we'll make our way to the lanai, or the balcony. I really loved how they did this. You have the turf, you know, the wooden accents, and then these wooden planks right here, so nice. And then of course you've got the view, all of Honolulu. Got some parts of Waikiki over there. And then you can see just a little bit of Diamond Head. And then of course ocean view, because we're in Hawaii. All right, so let's take this all the way back to August. I get this random phone call from a nice lady, and she said, hey, I found you through YouTube, and one of my favorite videos was the one where I found and bought my own condo that I'm living in, and also one of the other videos where I talk about how I found some off-market properties for my own clients. The reason why that was one of her favorite videos is because she told me that she was actually looking to buy a unit here in Hawaii, but not just any unit anywhere. She was looking in a specific building in a certain stack in the said building. And the building that she's talking about is the building we're standing in right now. If you don't know what a stack means, it's basically, think of a condo, and let's say on each condo there's like, you know, 2004, 2003, 2002. So each, at the ending of each condo unit, that's a stack. So the 03 stack, the 04 stack, and the 05 stack. Long story short, she told me that she wanted to buy a unit in a specific building, specifically on a high floor, specifically in the 04 stack or the 06 stack. And of course, the higher the unit, the better, because I mean, who doesn't like a great view? Honestly speaking, when she told me about her specific wants and needs, I thought to myself, damn, this is gonna be kind of hard because this is very specific. But if you guys know me from watching all my YouTube videos, I always love a great challenge. She said that since she watched my video of me talking about me wanting a specific building and specifically a high floor unit, she said she wanted to reach out to me. So then I got to work and I began my search for a potential unit that my client could buy. The first thing I did was the exact same thing that I did in order for me to find my home. I looked up all the owners who owned a unit in the 04 stack and the 06 stack, and I looked from the 15th floor to the top floor, which was the 21st floor. So once I got all the owners from those floors and those units, I wrote a letter, snail mail, and I said, hey, are you interested in possibly selling your unit? Because I have a client that would like to buy. If you are interested, you or your realtor can go ahead and contact me, and I put all my information there. However, I didn't want to just wait around for someone to reply. I just extended the search and I went on MLS. The way I found my condo unit was I actually looked on the MLS expires from 10 years back. So that's exactly what I did for this unit. I looked to see if there were any sellers who put their home on the market but never ended up selling. In other words, I looked at the expires and I also looked at the withdrawals. Fortunately, I didn't really find any units. The ones that withdrew or expired ended up just relisting and they eventually sold. However, I wasn't going to stop there because again, if you guys know me, I'm not going to give up so easily. So then I thought, what else could I do to try find a unit for my client to buy? Side note, I really love this microwave. It's so cool. All right, so back to our story. I was trying to think of any possible way, trying to think out the box of how I can find a unit for my client. Maybe I could check the MLS and check all the people who bought a unit in this building in the last 5 years. I looked all of those units up and then I contacted those realtors and then I said, hey, I noticed that you helped someone buy a unit in this building. Would by any chance your client be interested in selling their unit? To be honest, I didn't think I was gonna get anything because usually if people, bought within 1 to 2 years, maybe 3 years, they're probably not gonna sell. But that's why I decided to go as far back as 5 years. And I called a bunch of realtors, emailed a bunch of realtors, and they all said no. And then I came to a screeching halt and I hit a brick wall. And at that point, I didn't know what else to do. And then a week goes by and I get this random phone call from a realtor. It was actually one of those realtors that I emailed who originally said no, but he called me and he said, hey, is your client still interested? And I said, yes, of course. And then he said, well, I actually talked to my client and they're actually thinking about selling the unit. However, they're off island, and keep in mind this is around, I'd say, September. He said that they have the keys and they won't be back till late October. So when they come back on the island, then we can go check it out. And I said, cool. I was super awesome. I was super stoked because out of all the things that I tried to find a unit, this was the only lead that ever came back and had any result. I called my client and she was super excited. So I said, all right, I'll give you a call when I check out the unit. So fast forward to October, the realtor calls me and he said, hey, the owners are back on island. So if you want to check out the unit, come by. So I came by and it was this unit that we're sitting in now. And as you can see from that mini house tour, that it is so beautiful. I mean, everything from the flooring, the countertops, the cabinets, the appliances. Apparently, the seller put about $100,000 in renovation. And the best part is that we are on the top floor. I sent videos of the entire unit, sent it to my client, and she was ecstatic. So I called the realtor. We're gonna call him Mr. Realtor. And I said, hey, Mr. Realtor, awesome news, my client loves it. All the pictures I sent her, she was amazed. Let's do a deal. And here I am thinking, awesome, I'm gonna do another off-market unit for my client who, found me through YouTube, and I'm gonna be a hero and everything's gonna go according to plan, right? No, we wanted to buy and they wanted to sell. So, let's just write up an offer, get it into escrow and call it a day. However, when the seller puts it on the market, it actually exposes it to the entire world and for anyone who possibly wants to buy a condo in Hawaii. When that happens, it actually opens up the chance of someone else possibly snatching this condo away from my client, which literally almost kind of happened. So I'm kind of mad and I'm like, whatever, okay, fine. So it goes live on the market. We submit an offer immediately. It was a full priced offer, super clean offer. The only contingency is that in order to buy this condo, my client would need to sell her rental property. If that takes long, she's just gonna buy it all cash. However, someone came in and said, we're gonna buy this full price, all cash, 3-week close. And then the sellers eventually chose their offer. So now I'm thinking, oh, we just lost this property. So then I had to call my client and tell her,
hey, so we're not getting it, someone else is.
And then my client was livid. She was pissed off. She was yelling, she was screaming, she was crying. And she wasn't yelling at me, but I could tell she was just so devastated and I just felt so bad. And honestly, I was pretty pissed off. Like, bro, Mr. Realtor, I've been calling you since August, September, working on this deal for months. I searched in the depths of MLS and found you and emailed you and called you, and then you called me back, and we've been planning this like, hey, I have a buyer that wants to buy this and your seller wants to sell. Like, why would you choose someone else? So eventually my client gets over it and she tells me it's okay, fine, we're moving on, let's go check out some other condos, because she was seriously set on moving back to Hawaii. I didn't mention before, but she actually used to live here a long time ago. And the reason why she loved this condo was because that her mom used to own a unit back in the day when it was first built. But we lost the condo to someone else, no need to cry over spilled milk. So we actually got into contract on another condo. Then one morning, my client says, hey, Jeremy, look at this. The first condo we wanted is back on the market. Right when she called me, I was actually at the gym and I just stopped what I was doing, ran out the door, got in my car, went home and called the realtor. So I called Mr. Realtor and I said, hey, so what happened? I noticed the property's back on the market. You didn't think about calling me? So he said, yeah, those buyers changed their mind, so we fell out of escrow. In my head, I'm thinking, what the bro? Like, you knew clearly from the start that we were very interested after all I've done to find you. You didn't bother to call the other guy that put an offer on your property, who was obviously heavily interested and heavily invested from the start months back. And when we found out we lost to someone else, my client was heavily distraught and sad and upset. You didn't think to call us, man. But I didn't say any of that because I'm a nice guy. Anyway, so we submit an offer, we get into escrow, awesome. My client's happy, we lock this property up. I have trust issues now with Mr. Realtor, but we're good. So now I'm thinking, okay, we're into escrow now, smooth sailing from here on out, right? No. There were a lot of wild events that happened during escrow. My client's rental property had a giant leak that caused about $50,000 of damage. So then our transaction got delayed because obviously she needs to sell that. And if she doesn't sell that, she cannot buy this. So if that transaction delayed, this transaction delays. On top of that, we were dealing with a loan officer from Quicken Loans who was just the most unresponsive guy ever. You know, he wasn't really helping throughout the whole process. We had a 60-day escrow, and only on the last week, he decides to ask for some documents from my client, which further delays the transaction again. And on top of that, my client who lives on the East Coast was experiencing a blizzard, and it was so bad that it knocked the power out at her home. So when the power went out, she didn't have internet to send those documents to Mr. Quicken. And then on top of that, because we had so many delays, Mr. Realtor calls me and says, hey, so are you guys gonna close or what? Because if you can't close, my seller wants to market the property to other potential buyers. So I'm just here sitting, getting hit left and right from all these delays, and you know, through the whole time I'm just smiling and saying, oh yeah, everything's okay. But in the end, we eventually closed, and my client was happy, so I'm happy. And it was just such a roller coaster ride of emotions and delays. But in the end, you know, I was very happy that we got it done. And that is what good real estate agents do. You know, in the face of all this chaos and adversity and delays, we just gotta suck it up and smile and say everything's gonna be okay. But honestly speaking, you know, no sarcasm here. This is why I love real estate, because every day is a new day. And you know, most transactions aren't like this. Most are actually fun and easy and everything goes according to plan. But sometimes these kind of things happen and you have no control over that. And you can't really get mad at things you can't control. And you know, it's things like this that make our career, make our life so interesting, because everything's so spontaneous. And throughout this whole entire roller coaster of an experience, I was actually able to build a great connection with my clients despite being thousands of miles away and never even having meeting her before. I really got to know her and she really got to know me. You know, we got so close that she honestly feels like an aunt to me now. She even told me that she watches every single one of my YouTube videos. And with that being said, she's probably watching this video right now. So I just want to end on a note by saying thank you, Sharon, for putting all your trust into me and helping you find this condo. It was such a wild ride, but I'm glad I was able to build a connection with you and, you know, help you folks find a condo for you to move back to Hawaii and enjoy your life. At the end of the day, I was just some guy on YouTube that you found on the internet, and I'm very thankful that you reached out to me, and I'm very happy that I was able to get the job done for you guys. And for everyone else watching, you know, if you're interested in buying property, buying real estate here in Hawaii, go ahead and shoot me an email. I'd love to help you out. Hopefully our experience isn't like the experience that I just said in this whole entire video. So there you guys have it. That is the crazy story of helping my client who never met me in person before and found me on YouTube buy real estate here in Hawaii. If you haven't yet, go ahead and press the like button and subscribe to my channel for the YouTube algorithm. Go ahead and follow me on my social media platforms. And thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time.